Well, do you use a health savings account? If your insurance plan has a high deductible, it might be a great option for you to consider.
A truly great option. Karen Murphy is with PyraMax Bank, and she's here to explain how HSAs work. Nice to have you.
Thank you. Nice
During the commercial break, we were just asking you all sorts of questions.
We were digging deep in your brain. Yeah.
Let's start with, for people who don't have this option maybe or aren't familiar with it, what is a health savings account?
A health savings account is a way for an individual to put money aside for health expenses.
Pre-tax.
Pre-tax, that's correct. It's an option with a high deductible health plan. So you have to have a high deductible health plan in order to have a health savings account.
And let me just ask this question. Is there anybody out there watching right now who does not have a high deductible?
Right.
Because if you don't, I want to know about
Raise
your plan.
your hands.
So
No
I
one.
can take it to our HR department. Okay, back on track here. So if you have a high deductible health insurance plan, you could qualify for an HSA, even if your employer does not offer an HSA plan.
That's correct. If you have a high deductible health plan, you just have to ask either your insurance agent, because you can buy one of these by yourself. You don't have to have it connected to work, or your employer can provide a high deductible health plan. As long as that health plan has the high enough deductible and it's HSA qualified, you can have a health savings account.
So you get one of these, you've got the plan in place. How much can you contribute to this that's pre-tax?
You can, if you're a single individual, only yourself is covered, you can contribute $3,050 this next year. If it's a family plan and it's more than you that's covered under the plan, it's $6,150 next year.
That's a lot.
Right. And if you're 55 and older, they also give you a catch-up contribution, which is $1,000. So you can actually put in more.
So you put it in, yeah, and then how do you get it out? Is this, you know, you go to the doctor, you get a bill back from your insurance company or the hospital, and then you can just take money out of this account?
That's correct. You can write a check and pay medical expenses, anything that you have to pay your deductible for, or over-the-counter medications, prescriptions, all the things that normally
Prescriptions are nice.
Yeah, aren't covered with your normal insurance plan. This is the money you can use to do that.
A lot of people are going to worry. They're going to say, okay, let's say I put away the maximum amount and put that aside pre-tax. What if I don't use all that money in my plan year?
Well, then the money just stays in the HSA account and it rolls over to the next year.
You don't lose the money.
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
correct.
like those accounts where if you don't use it, you lose it.
Right.
It rolls over.
Right. Some cafeteria plans, you know, you get that memo from your Human Resources Department that says, hey, it's getting toward the end of the year. If you've got money, you better spend it. This rolls over to the next year and the next year and the next year. And actually, once you retire and turn age 65 and are on Medicare, you can actually pay Medicare expenses that aren't covered with Medicare with this money.
Wow. Now talk about PyraMax specifically. What kind of HSA accounts do you have there?
We have a checking account because we found that most individuals who contribute to an HSA really want to pay their bills, and so using checks or using a check card or going online and using bill payment are all really easy options to be able to pay the bills, because if you're at the doctor's office and they want to check right away, which some of them do, you need to be able to write a check. Or if you're at the drugstore and you are paying for your bills or prescriptions and you're not carrying your checkbook but you're carrying your check card, every drugstore I know takes plastic.
Yeah,
Awesome.
and which is nice. And we just had a graphic up that showed what the HSA checking account gives you, and it's a lot because there's no minimum balance required,
That's right.
no monthly service fee, competitive interest rates. In fact, you have a really great rate on your HSA accounts. You get free checks for use, free online access, free bill payment, free HSA check card, which is that plastic that you mentioned. So a lot of good reasons to look into it. And I'm not sure if we clarified, but you know, you said it's for high deductible plans. Is there a dollar amount, roughly ballpark, that people could know about to see if they qualify? Yeah.
If your health plan has a deductible of greater than, I would say, $1,200 on an annual basis, you need to ask that question of your health care provider, your insurance agent, or your Human Resources Department. They will know automatically if it's HSA qualified.
Okay.
And you've known to have the highest rate in town for that interest rate as well, right?
At this point, yeah.
Yeah.
HSAs are becoming much more popular. A lot of businesses are actually using HSAs because it gives them an option to save some money and also gives their employees the option to be able to have a tax deduction, which is something that a lot of employees really look for at this point. Plus, it's something that people who are self-employed can use, or people that aren't employed who are buying insurance for themselves. They can also use it. So they're becoming more popular.
Yeah, it's a little good news when it comes to healthcare. And right now, you have really the highest rate in town, 2.5% for a health savings account with virtually everything free, and those items that we listed. Here's the information for PyraMax Bank. Give them a call and find out more about this. 414-421-8207. You can check out their website too, and you have 9 locations in Southeast Wisconsin.